Recording.
Hey everybody, it's me, Matthew.
It's Chris.
And we are the NOLA Nerds, rolling OG today.
Woo!
The original NOLA Nerds are here to be awesome. Whoa, whoa,
Hey,
whoa!
hey,
Okay, calm down, Chris.
hey, you calm down. I fixed it.
Did you?
Yes.
We have a lot to do today.
Well-
with it just being us.
Well, yes. We can't hide behind everyone else anymore.
We can't hide behind the antics of Josh or the foot of Doug
No.
or the general
Apathy
of Scott. Yeah, good. That was exactly where I was going with
Yes.
this.
Oh, hey, there he is. Speak of the devil.
Hey, Scott, we were just talking about how you're not here and how that makes us sad. Why do you hate us, Scott?
Wow. Hi, Caitlin. So, because this is thrilling for the people that downloaded it, we should really start. Pick a topic. Any topic.
I got topics.
Go.
Alright, so the reason this week is such a big week for us is because today, with every single Rebirth book now out, and with enough time to wrap our minds around it,
Yes.
the NOLAners are going to give you, oh yeah, that's right, you have to work the PlayStation 4 VR Midnight. Dude, I'm so excited about it because the reviews have been coming in for the games, and I am shocked at how high they are. Like, really good review scores. Like, Rez and Thumper are getting 9 pluses, Riggs is getting 8.5 and 9s. Like, all the games that I want for the VR are actually doing really well, and that makes me happy for when I get mine. And of course, Scott's all meh. That's fine. Chris, aren't you excited that now I don't have to talk about theoretical VR? We can now talk about actual hands-on experiences.
I am thrilled beyond words we can stop talking about theoreticals.
Yeah, now we can actually have, opinions and experiences with them.
Yeah. Maybe.
So, high five.
Nah.
Come on.
Nah.
VR high five. Virtual.
Okay, put on your headset first.
Alright, Mason needs Resident Evil VR, and you will get it.
You're not getting it.
You can come over and play mine.
Wait, is there an actual Resident Evil VR?
Yeah, well, Resident Evil 7's gonna have a VR mode.
It must only be for losers.
All the cool, you mean the cool kids?
No, I meant losers.
Chris, who do you think would poop themselves faster playing Resident Evil VR? You or me?
Me. I tend to carry a little more poop.
I think I would soil myself so quick playing that.
I mean, maybe.
I watch people play these games and like freak out and scream, and then I don't know if I could do that.
Well,
like at all.
Well, you just need to put on your big boy pants and just do it.
No, because then the big boy pants will be ruined.
No, they'll just
anyway, back to what I was originally saying. Chris and I are going to give the definitive ranking of the DC Rebirth books.
Yes.
That is the big discussion topic this week.
Well, yes.
So that'll be fun. Chris also has some comic news for us.
I'm sure.
And we're going to talk about a couple like video game stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, Scott, have fun at the thingamajigger.
Whatever. Why don't you just call him if you want to talk to him so bad?
I miss Scott already.
Call him then.
I'm going to.
Not right now. Call him on your own time.
Make up your mind, Chris.
I am.
Get your story straight.
Call him on your own time.
Chris, why don't we do some comic book news before we launch into everything else?
Alright, let's do that. A lot of comic news. New York Comic Con. What?
There's a lot of comic news.
It is.
This is going to be a very comic-heavy episode.
Well, you know, this was the last big con of the year, New York Comic Con.
Right.
So they had their last little announcement biddies to send through.
It's true.
So what we got? Hot off the heels of Darth Vader ending a new Star Wars #1 with their first original character from the new comic.
Hey, it's Scott.
God damn it, Scott!
What's up, buddy?
Fucking anarchy.
Well, maybe not in Laplace or wherever, Moulin, whatever. But I'm going to get back to the show. I'll call you after.
God damn it, Scott.
That was good.
Are we good? Can we go?
Good. Yeah, no.
All right. So the first original series the first original series with a character created by the comics, Dr. Aphra by Kieran Gillen and Kev Walker. So
you're down.
I mean, I'm at least going to read the first issue, but I'm starting to trim these Star Wars books way back because Star Wars is insidious.
Because there's 20,000 of them.
Yeah.
They start off, they're like here's a 4-part miniseries by Greg Rucka.
Yeah.
And we'll have an ongoing Darth Vader book.
Yeah.
And here's a
Princess Leia.
Here's a Princess Leia mini.
There's a Poe Dameron.
There's a Poe Dameron mini.
And the guy from Rebels, Kanan.
And a Lando mini.
And a Luke and Obi-Wan. It's Insidious.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's like the best thing that the Green Lantern was like, oh, you like Green Lantern? Maybe I can interest you in the Green Lantern Corps.
Oh, you like that? How about
Emerald Warriors?
So you dig that, huh? Where do you go? A feel for Larfleeze and Sinestro and the Red Lanterns.
Yeah.
You know who didn't get a book?
Who?
Hope.
No.
The Blue Lanterns got no love.
Well, they showed up in other books. We're getting 2 new DC miniseries starting in January. The Fall and Rise of Captain Atom and the Odyssey of the Amazons.
Saw that.
Of which the Odyssey of the Amazons intrigues me more than Captain Atom ever could.
But they're doing the synergy.
Yeah, well, they're getting there.
Callie gets it. Blue is the best.
Oof.
Hope.
The United Nations has appointed Wonder Woman as an honorary ambassador for women and girls worldwide. So that's neat.
And now the LGBTQ community.
Sure. Amber Heard is going to be Mara in the Justice League movie.
She is.
My favorite thing is someone's like, "Oh, look at this great costume." Oh wait, Snyderized.
Yeah. They're like, "Look at this great costume." No, the thing I saw was that moment when you have a really great costume, but then you realize you live in the Snyderverse.
And it's just grayed out and just awful looking.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It is. It's a great costume.
Yes. The Captain Marvel movie will be an origin movie.
Movie?
The Captain Marvel movie.
Nice.
Which is good because not a lot of people know Captain Marvel's origins. She's not Spider-Man.
Yeah, or Batman.
Or anyone whose origin's been driven down your throat. She's kind of an outsider, so an origin kind of works best for her.
And it's why I think Wonder Woman works best as an origin story as well.
Yeah. Although I think it's going to be 2 stories. It's
Yeah.
going to be flipping.
Flippity-floppity?
Flippity-floppity. Jimmy Olsen on Supergirl is going to be the Guardian soon. We saw the first pictures of that today. Looks kind of cool, I guess.
Sure.
We have the first Iron Fist trailer from New York Comic Con. Looks very good.
Let's chat about this, Chris. Because I'm so happy. I'm so happy about this.
How happy are you?
When they first announced the Iron Fist, the Netflix shows,
yes.
Here's how it went. They're like, all right, we're going to lead up to the Defenders with 4 different shows. Daredevil. Okay. Because, before all we had was
Affleck.
Affleck, and I'm like, oh, whatever. Jessica Jones. The chick from Alias?
Yes.
All right. Luke Cage. I know him. Yeah, he's awesome. Iron Fist. Sploosh.
Yeah.
Just because Iron Fist was the character that got me into Marvel.
Yes.
It was Matt Fraction's Immortal Iron Fist. And what I love is the fact that so much of the show is deriving from that run. It even has the other champions. Like, we caught Bride of Nine Spiders in that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so good. So
it looks really, really cool. Yeah. Ow. Don't do that.
So excited.
Calm yourself.
Can't.
Try it.
Iron Fist.
No. For those of you who hate Netflix, I guess, Daredevil Season 1's coming to Blu-ray, so you can finally catch up.
Whatever. I'm totally getting these as they pop out. Have that beautiful deluxe just thing sitting there.
Sure, or you could just watch it on Netflix.
Really, what happens when the internet's out, Chris, and you're craving some Daredevil, some Double D?
The internet's out, your power's probably out too.
No. Let's say Comcast is garbage.
You just going full on hypothetical?
Yeah. All right, well.
Do you really want to watch Daredevil Season 1 when there's no internet?
Sure, why not? What else am I going to do? Masturbate?
Watch.
There's no internet, Chris.
Watch any of the other 5,000 things you own?
I don't know anything.
Okay. So we point to the wall.
That?
And that wall.
Green screen.
Sure. Evangeline Lilly says the Wasp will join the Avengers by Avengers 4. So
now,
we're looking...
By that, do you mean the second part of the proposed 3?
It just says Avengers 4.
Yeah.
So whatever. We have the first trailer for the live-action This Ain't Your Daddy's Power Rangers movie.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a movie.
Yeah, I'm actually intrigued by your thoughts to that.
Well, here's the thing.
Power Rangers, the movie trailer.
So here's the thing.
All right, rap with me,
Because I had watched all of it recently. And the main thing I took away was, they say they want these kids to have attitude, and none of these kids have any attitude. So now we got too much attitude, and it also looks like Chronicle, which Max Landis did go online to say. A distressing lack of Rita, Zords, or actual Power Ranger suits, because I know CGI is very hard to do.
You know, a teaser trailer.
I know. It's fine.
You know you're going to see it.
Oh, I'm absolutely going to see it, and I don't hate it, but it's very not Power Rangers, and I want to see more before I make a final judgment.
I have no horse in this race.
No.
Because my level of
Because you think Power Rangers died. Your level of Power Rangers died when you turned 12.
Yeah. I saw the movie, and then they started replacing the original cast, and then they're like, here's a spin-off show, and I'm like, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
They really shouldn't have given them superpowers when they aren't morphed.
I mean, yeah. They've played with that a little bit in some other series, so...
But is it Mighty Morphin?
Well, it's not, because it's just called Power Rangers.
I thought it was called MMPR.
No, it's just called Power Rangers.
Fair enough. Touche.
Joke's on you.
Speaking of Power Rangers,
Yeah.
guess what got announced this week at New York Comic Con?
Power Rangers Mega Battle.
Yep.
Boy.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle.
Boy, that sure looked cool back in the Super Nintendo days.
Hey.
When it was Power Rangers the movie.
It's a love letter to the beat 'em up genre. If you love Streets of Rage,
Nope.
which you don't,
I'm not getting it.
or if you love Final Fight,
Nope.
which you don't.
So really, this thing is for me, but not for me.
Yeah.
It's like 6 of one, half of
It's
one.
like distressingly just.
It's so close.
It's like, hey Chris.
Hey, Chris.
I'm so close to you caring about me. Fuck you.
Fuck you, I'm a Final Fight. Let's see what else. Agent Carter will return to Marvel Animation.
So, Agent Carter is John Constantine.
Yeah, basically. Except this time it's not a matter of, well, no one likes Constantine. It's like, well, we can't get Haley Atwell because she's a big-time star.
Until her new show flops.
And then she'll be like, I'm busy.
Well, just like Matt Ryan, she'll be
Oh, wait,
their
no, she's
voice.
British. Oh, I'm so busy, governor.
Almost.
Almost.
There we are.
Alright. Jermaine Clement of the Flight of the Conchords is going to be joining this FX Legion show.
Don't curse her.
That apparently had its first half an hour or so showed at NYCC and was apparently good but weird, which I think everyone kind of expected. Ron Perlman has joined everyone in the year 2016 and given up on Hellboy 3. I'm so sorry it took you so long, Ron.
That makes me sad. It's like the last bastion of hope.
Yeah, but like seriously, you know, when was Hellboy 2? That was like 2008?
Was it? I feel like it might have been a little earlier.
It might have been earlier than that, but it's so long ago that, you know, after like 3 years, you should be like, oh, I guess this isn't going to happen.
Hey.
And then he's like, no, it's
Hey.
happening.
If the world can get a Pacific Rim 2,
Yeah.
and if the world can get any of these things that happen randomly and out of nowhere,
Sure. But here's the thing. It's Guillermo, who is the worst at being like, yeah,
I called it 2008.
It's like, hey, guys, I'm working on this Cthulhu movie. Oh, wait, nope, sorry.
Yeah, he does have a powerful habit of you know what he is? He's almost like the movie equivalent of Peter Molyneux.
Yeah,
Where he just comes out, gets your hopes sky high, you don't hear anything about it for a while, and then he's like, oh yeah, nah.
That's the worst part. He's exactly Peter Molyneux, because he'll be like, he's like, yeah, Hellboy 3 is going to be really cool, you guys. No, I'm sorry, it's not happening.
JK.
JK, I've been working on this Cthulhu movie.
Nah.
Oh wait, that's not happening.
Justice League Dark. Nah. Now.
No, I swear, I'm working on Justice League. I'm not.
JK, now it's a cartoon.
And I'm not having anything to do with it.
Yeah. Pacific Rim?
Yeah, that worked out. I'm working on Pacific Rim 2.
Sure you are. Hey, remember Silent Hills?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Forrest Whitaker is joining the cast of Black Panther, which is getting stacked. Karen, the woman who plays Karen Page in Daredevil, is going to be in the Punisher ongoing.
Okay.
So that should be fun. Sigourney Weaver has been labeled the big bad of the Defenders.
So Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage will band together to fight Kate McKinnon's mentor.
Or Dana Barrett, whatever you want to call her. Or Ripley.
No, that movie doesn't exist.
Oh, that's right. Ripley exists.
Ripley, okay. Yeah.
Or they're going to fight Ripley. Yeah, I have no idea. I've been pouring through Wikipedia trying to figure out who she could be. I have no clue.
Yeah, no idea.
No idea.
Someone thinks she might be like the Beast of the Hand. Like maybe not a straight someone we know, but a part of. Because the prevailing rumor is that the plotline to Defenders will be Shadowland.
Yes.
With Elektra in the Daredevil role.
That makes sense.
So,
yeah.
Who knows? I like how Disney is spelled Disney.
Yeah, I had trouble typing from this position. Ultimate Spider-Man is ending, so Marvel's launching a new Spider-Man cartoon for Disney XD in 2017 called Marvel Spider-Man.
I'm hoping that's more in line with something we would enjoy more.
I hope this children's cartoon appeals to me, the adult.
Damn it, you know what I mean. Shows can appeal to both.
I agree. I know, and you know what?
But see, because the thing is, I never begrudge Ultimate Spider-Man for not being for me. But I can also hope that this is more Spider-Man's Young Justice.
At most, Ultimate Spider-Man annoys me because I want to like it, and I just can't like it.
You know what? I think
because it's not for me. It's not for us.
Well, I think a lot of it is the guy who voices Spider-Man, Drake.
Yeah.
From Drake and Josh or whatever. I'm like, don't care. What's up, Jacob? Jacob's back.
Yeah. At best, I'm just annoyed by it, but I don't begrudge it for not being it.
Yeah.
So you know what? Maybe.
Meanwhile, I fucking love Teen Titans Go.
I find Teen Titans Go very, very short bursts. Because I tried to marathon it, and I was just nope, stopping this right now. Peter J. Tomasi and Phil Jimenez will be the writer and artist for the Super Sons ongoing.
Yep.
So that's good. Batman 66 and Wonder Woman 77 are getting a book, so that's exciting for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Glad you clarified.
Miss America Chavez is finally getting her own ongoing.
Yeah.
Sometime next year.
Do we know the team?
Probably, but I didn't write it down.
Okay.
And finally, Deadpool the Duck exists and is getting a comic next year.
I can't believe you missed one of the biggest.
Listen.
No. Like, this is a big one.
Listen, I've been having trouble typing from this position. What is it?
Batwoman's getting her own book.
Oh, that's
Marguerite
right.
Bennett.
That's right. I forgot about
that. That was a big one.
It didn't show up.
That's because it was early in the week. It was like Thursday or something.
Yeah.
That's why I always write down stuff just in case.
Good man.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad Batwoman's getting an ongoing.
That's on the list.
Yeah.
It's on the short list.
Yeah. Of course it is. No.
What? Give me a high five.
No. Why? You didn't do anything to get a high five.
Got slap chopped. All right. Well, before we launch into the comic-y stuff, since this is such a comic-heavy episode,
yes,
why don't we talk some gaming?
I'm doing some finger guns.
I know.
Go ahead. Let's talk about gaming.
Chris.
Yes.
Tonight's the night. Tonight at midnight, PlayStation VR launches to the masses.
Yes. For all the wee babies out there.
Look, all I know is the pre-orders. They did a third round of pre-orders at last minute. Sold out in 5 minutes.
Great.
Like, the thirst is real. The fact that the reviews have been coming in, they've been predominantly positive. And here's the thing. All the reviews talk about the same thing. PSVR is not your high-end VR. It's not going to be reaching the levels of the HTC Vive or Vive. But you know what else it doesn't need? A $2,000 computer and an $800 headset to work before you even start thinking about buying games.
Yeah.
And that's why I still think the PlayStation VR will be the one to really start it. You know, like the Samsung Gear ones that you go on your face before they explode and kill you?
Well,
if you're playing on a Note 7?
Just a little shrapnel.
Yeah. But with the VR, do you own a PlayStation 4?
Yes.
That's it. It's a plug and play. And I think that's the key that a lot of people forget. It's why console gaming is still so popular, even though the PC gaming is more powerful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's always going to be that benefit to... I don't have to worry about drivers not working and all these accessories and will it run on my motherboard and graphics card combination. There is none of that. There's no... I bought my computer a couple years ago. Will it run this new game I want? A console, you buy it, it works.
Yeah. From
the get-go. And that's what makes this VR so powerful, like in terms of a sales thing. You buy it, take it home, done.
Yeah, and it's the big thing that's always been in the war between console players and PC people. I mean, is that the PC's the better experience. by far. Let's not mince words here. But the console, for lazy people,
The ease of use.
it's always going to work.
Yeah.
And I'm lazy. I don't want to buy a new PC. I don't feel like putting it together. However, I do like having a disc I can slot in there and watch on my TV. So that's always going to get the vote for me.
And the other benefit PlayStation VR will have over its competition is the fact that it has a deal where GameStops, Best Buys, Walmarts will be getting demo stations. That's the thing. VR lives and dies on hands-on experiences. Someone can tell you all day, VR is great.
We have.
You can't look at a trailer and be blown away by VR. It's something you experience. When Chris and I went to Best Buy and played that demo,
That did more for me than literally every podcast we've talked about VR.
because before I was the only one that had played it.
Yeah.
So it's like screaming into the void.
Yeah.
But having people put this on and try it, it does everything that 1,000 words couldn't.
Yeah.
And that's why the combination of the price point, the ease of use, the mass market appeal of having the PlayStation branding, and the fact that people can actually try it, I think will lead to... It's not going to be a blow-up success. Like, I'm not expecting it to replace video games as we know it. But I think it will be a very successful peripheral.
It's a good step.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see next week when
Yep.
all this becomes moot and we have hard evidence.
Yep. Now, some sad news
How sad
in the
could it be?
Xbox world. Chris, you know, it happens every year.
What?
We always think this is the year that all of our favorite games are going to come out. And you know what? 2016's been good for gaming. We got Deus Ex.
Not good for anything else.
No. The 2016 outside of gaming has been a dumpster fire.
Yes.
But with games, we've gotten Deus Ex.
Yeah.
We got Uncharted.
Yeah.
And a handful of other just great games that we've been waiting for. But it's also been hit by a ton of delays.
Sure.
A new one just got added to the list.
Oh,
Pushed
no.
back to 2017.
Which one?
Cuphead. Alright, someone put this out. Cuphead was announced in 2012,
Yeah.
but has been in the works since 2010,
That's troubling.
and is coming out in 2017.
For a game that looks like a Mega Man clone, that's really
I think
upsetting.
a lot of it comes down to the fact that all the animation is hand-drawn, old school Disney style.
That's insane.
Yeah, but when it comes out, it'll be great.
Allegedly.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, I hope too, but you got to look at those delays, especially for how long it's been in development.
Well, at the same time, it's almost good for it. A game like that
Maybe.
would have gotten lost in the shuffle coming out of the October-November period.
Yeah,
It just would have.
yeah.
Now, it also needs to avoid the January-February period.
Come out in the summer.
Come out in the summer. That's the sweet spot for digital games.
Yeah. No one's home.
Alright, so the last bit of gaming news, outside of just the sheer amount of the fact that we've entered holiday game release period, Gears of War 4 came out.
Gears of War.
Yep. So, Chris, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Is there anything more petulant than a fanboy?
No.
Like, to the extreme.
No.
Now, what if that fanboy felt slighted that his big console exclusive didn't review well?
Yeah.
Do you remember the one lady that wrote the 8.5 Uncharted 4 review, and all of the Sony fanboys ripped into her?
Yeah.
Said that, claimed that because she was a woman, she didn't know what she was talking about.
Games are hard.
Obviously didn't play it right.
No.
So someone, just two reviews, dared even to give Gears of War 4 a 7.
Yeah.
And the clamor from the salty Xbox boys got so
How
high.
salty.
So high, Phil Spencer had to comment on it.
Jesus.
And the problem is, Phil Spencer's answer,
Yeah.
all it did was stoke the fuels, the fire. He said that he believes that when great games get scores that low, it's not because the game's bad, it's because the reviewers want clicks.
That's way worse. Why would you say that?
So you know what he did? He literally just validated both sides of the argument. Because now, whether it's an Xbox game or a PlayStation game, the next big one that reviews poorly,
Yeah.
the people that were hoping it was good are going to claim that they did it just for the clicks. And the ones that were hoping it was bad are going to be like, look, your game sucks.
Yeah.
And it all started because of Recore. He was like, Recore scored really low, and I'm pretty sure they gave that, because for clicks. And also, someone gave Forza Horizon 3 a 4, and they did it just for the clicks. And I'm like, come on, man. You're the spokesperson for an entire brain. Don't stoke that fire.
I mean, there may be a little kernel of truth there, because we've seen, that top 10 worst lists on YouTube way more likely to get clicked than top 10 best lists.
Sure. And it's another part of that is any of these YouTube channels where their whole shtick is to be angry and yell at stuff, infinitely more popular than things that actually embrace and enjoy the stuff they play.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to tune in and have someone agree with them.
No.
You get much more traffic and popularity if you are the contrarian and you cause everyone. So then you have the people that disagree with you that are jumping on to prove you wrong or yell at you, and then that's causing the people that agree with you to defend you, and it creates this maelstrom of controversy, and all it does is boost your ratings.
Yeah.
So it's really sad that the video game industry has cultivated this culture of hate.
Yeah. Well, there's a phrase wrestling promoters have used, and it's called "controversy creates cash."
Yep.
2 points I want to make of this. Number one, this always reminds me of the single best penny arcade comic they've ever made about the appalling score of 9.3 to Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah.
Every time. And number two...
Wait, go into it.
Oh, well, yeah. People said that it was appalling that Metal Gear Solid 4 was a 9.3. But really, 9 is a number next to 10, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Also, appalling should be used for the Holocaust.
Right? Like... it's gotten to the point now where if games don't score, if they score lower than a 9.5, it's bad.
Yeah.
And a score of 7 out of 10 is somehow the worst game you can come across.
Yes. So here's my advice to the youths, to the kids.
Ooh, let's rap.
This is old man and C Rob's things to do.
Old man on a bench.
Listen, reviewers, don't listen to them. They do a vital service for lots of people. Don't listen to them because they have to cram a game in a short amount of time. They don't let it digest, and games evolve the more you play them and the longer you play them. So don't do it. Go to Twitch, go to YouTube, watch actual gameplay of the game. See the game in action before you buy it. Don't listen to a review.
Yeah.
Some guy says Deus Ex sucks. Well, he's an idiot. But if you go on YouTube and watch, or Twitch and watch any of it, you'll know he's wrong.
Yeah.
Evidence. Don't do it. Don't read reviews. Don't even read our reviews. We don't type reviews, though.
Not anymore.
Well, I mean, we watch our YouTube channel, though.
Yeah. I mean, you're on it right now.
Yeah.
Keep watching it. Anyway.
Keep watching.
Anyway, so that's pretty much all the video game news because we're at this period where it's no longer about the news about what's coming out.
It's the controversy.
The games are coming out. Like the holidays isn't about news of things to look forward to. It's just all the stuff's actually hitting now.
It's hitting, and is it worthwhile?
Yeah. So this past weekend was the first beta for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
I watched the Team 4-Star stream of that.
It looks real good.
It looks good. It going by my own metric of watching the stream, it would give me pause. There's some things that would give me pause watching it.
Break it down.
Well, I'm not thrilled.
I don't know. I personally don't care, Chris. I have no horse in this race.
I mean, my issues are very minor. I'm not real thrilled with how the combat works. It seems very kind of stilted because it's the Budokai thing where you're fighting on different elevations, but it's not as smooth.
Yeah, you were never that big on Budokai Tenkaichi.
No,
right?
I didn't love it. But
it's the best game
but I
ever.
think story-wise, it's got a lot of stuff you can mine from it. So I probably will end up getting it. I'm not sure about getting it at launch.
That's fair.
We'll see.
That's fair.
We'll see we'll see how Mafia goes.
Don't worry, we'll get into the games that came out this week soon.
Well, yeah, I have to talk about what we played.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So, do you want to do our Rebirth line or review books first?
Let's review books, talk about Rebirth, and then we'll talk about what we played.
Okay. So, a bunch of books this week. This was a massive week of comics. In fact, just for funsies, I'm going to show you all the books we're not even going to talk about right now because we don't have time.
There's no time.
So, we have
No, just
Daredevil.
No, don't go through all of them one at a time.
Batgirl, Birds of Prey. I'm not going to... Old Man Logan. Red Hood and the Outlaws. New Superman. The Flash. Shudder. Killer Be Killed. Lazarus. Monstrous. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. Black Science. And the Black Monday Murders. All of which were good books. Some great, but if they just didn't have like that amount of stuff we wanted to chat about. So let's get to the books that we do want to talk about. Oh my god.
That took forever.
Did it?
Yes.
Really, the 15 seconds?
That was more than 15 seconds.
They were not.
Yeah, it was. I was watching them watch.
You did not.
I did so.
Let's talk All-Star Batman. Number Trace.
So, here's what I love about All-Star Batman. This is like the
Is
raid.
it bat shit insane?
No. This is the raid of Batman books where it's just non-stop violence every step of the way. And also, somehow, KG Beast, even more awesome.
Dude, KG Beast... Or, no, he's just Beast
He's
now.
just Beast. He's awesome.
Oh, so what you're saying is we finally have a good Beast?
We finally have a good Beast. It's in the DC universe. I like that they went through his augments. His fast twitch muscles, his slow twitch muscles, his hyper-static muscles.
All of his muscles?
All of his muscles. His gun. His self-sharpening machete. He's awesome. I also like the story of like Baby Bruce and Baby Harvey hanging out at the orphanage.
At the weird orphanage, yeah.
Yeah. It's so good. Scott Snyder, man. You know, Scott Snyder, I think, has this reputation because when he was writing Batman and Detective, he was untouchable. And I find he's a little more touchable when he branches out into non-Batman things. Like, I didn't really love his Superman Unchained, and I didn't super love The Witches. I thought Witches was fine.
Right.
But, you know, going into All-Star Batman and going in a completely different way than his previous Batman books go, like, this is an action movie of a Batman. And it's great. And I don't have enough high praise to say about this. How much do you hate the Bat Knuckles?
I think they're silly as all hell. But I don't hate them.
Yeah.
I just think it's super dumb.
It's fine.
Is it worse or better than that weird tire iron batarang thing that he had in the first issue?
I think it's better.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Really, the only thing I can have negatively to say about this book again is the art.
Is Romita's art, and it's a very subjective kind of
I'm
art.
tired of beating that dead horse. So.
I mean, really, it's right over there. It's just dead. Stop beating it. No, All-Star Batman's great. I can't wait for this to be collected because I think it's going to be really fun to read it in one shot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
next we have Detective Comics number 942.
Yes, Chris, why don't you tell us about the last issue of Reign of Monster Men?
Night of the Monster Men, Part 6. So this is my favorite kind of event where it just kind of burns out really quickly. Like it was like 3 weeks ago that they were like Night of the Monster Men, and now it's over. Love it. In and out, crossed over all the books.
It's like those really nice, quick X-Men crossover events.
That's exactly what I was thinking. So we finally have the final...
Or the Green Lantern events that they used to do.
Mm-hmm. We have come to the conclusion. We know Doctor Strange made the Monster Men. We found a way to defeat the Monster Men. And...
It's fine, we're not going into details.
No. And the conflict between Batman and Doctor Strange, pretty great. So... I thoroughly enjoyed this Night of the Monster Men. I know you didn't love it.
I will say one thing. Last week's Batman issue with the Clayface armor was awesome.
Clayface armor's great.
That one panel was straight up to J.H. Williams III level of paneling.
Mm-hmm. And I really like Detective's team and how they're starting to work together to accomplish stuff. I think the idea that Batman made 4 giant robot towers. And I kind of thought they were going to turn into robots. I'm not going to lie. That kind of almost ruined it for me. Because I was like, oh, you made skyscrapers that are basically Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, whatever, Batman.
They're actually Evas. Anyway.
Yeah. No, no, this Night of the Monster one was great. Detective Comics, I think, is one of the strongest of the Rebirth books to come
Agreed.
out.
So, Chris, you wanted to chat about Supergirl.
I do.
Number 2.
I do, and it, you know, we've always talked about DC being not as good as Marvel and synergizing.
Yeah, they definitely stepped that game up.
That game stepped up real good. You have not seen the premiere of the season 2 episode of Supergirl.
I'm watching that tonight after the show.
So, believe me when I tell you this is grade A synergy. We get introduced to the TV version of Cat Grant, the beginning of Catco, as opposed to ClarkCatropolis.com.
Aww.
That's a shame. We have some stuff with my least favorite character, who is a Cyborg Superman, but unfortunately he's not in it for an awful lot.
I feel like they're sprucing him up a bit.
But there's also something that DC doesn't do well, is they're really focusing on like the kind of outsider teen aspect, because she really feels like when she gets back home, she kind of feels like a Peter Parker or a Kamala Khan. Like I'm really getting a strong vibe of that from her. Like she's actually a teenager, not the Supergirl who's really like 30-something.
Right.
That they've been touting around.
I would actually prefer more of her in school.
Yes, that seems awfully fun. And I think when it veers closest to the TV show, the book is at its strongest. But, you know, I really enjoyed it, and Supergirl's been a very pleasant surprise because of how synergized it is to the TV show.
Agreed.
So the next book we have is Wonder Woman number 5, number 8.
Wow.
Look like a 5 from
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Jinx, I'm going to kill you. So this was a one-shot, taken out of the usual 2 arcs, dealing with Barbara Ann, the cheetah, and her early life and her quest to find the Amazons. And, you know, it's interesting that there's a one-shot smack dab in the middle of their 2 opening arcs. Their ambitious 2 opening arcs. But it's also really interesting to show how she's this archaeologist who's been driven to find the Amazons, and she's a brilliant archaeologist, and she just keeps getting screwed over by men at every turn.
Every turn.
Every turn.
This was a really nice one-shot.
Yes.
I was kind of sad because I know the even issues are the ones with Nicholas Scott and the origin.
Yeah.
But this was such a great series, and having seen that moment when she was touched by Athena.
Yes.
And kind of led to the Amazons at each turn. It's just so good.
It is. This was a very, very good issue, and it really helps if you've been reading the entire run prior to this moment.
Yes, it adds a lot to it. It's a one shot, but it's the perfect kind of one shot where if you've been following and reading, it enhances.
It adds a lot, and if you're not reading it, it does not matter.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. Good job. Now, so let's go over to Marvel.
To the Marvel side, a couple new two number ones and a finale.
Yes.
Speaking of the first number 1, I'm going to talk. This might be my most enjoyable book of the week.
Yes.
The Great Lakes Avengers, a very humorous, silly, cartoony book that fits right into place with Marvel's almost like steadily growing level of humor. Don't take us too seriously, but Howard the Duck, Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, Patsy Walker, a.k.a. Hellcat, Superior Foes of Spider-Man, except this time tackling the never-rans of the Great Lakes Avengers, like not 2D Boy, Flatman, Big Bertha, Doorman.
Yeah. Immortal Guy.
The only one who's ever moved up is Squirrel Girl, and she doesn't return their calls.
Well, to be fair, she was eating dinner.
Yeah.
And that's just rude.
But I just love that the whole story starts up that the Great Lake Avengers are back because Flatman filed a copyright claim on the Avengers name, and during the whole kerfuffle with Iron Man, he lost the rights, and now they paid him to get it back.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's great. I didn't love this as much as I think you did. I think there's some really good moments in here, but as a whole, I wasn't really feeling the book. And I had bought the previous Great Lake Avengers books.
See, I had never read them before.
In the past. But I don't know. There's something about it that just didn't really click with me. I would like to read another issue to see if that confirms it.
There is a moment where a couple or a family is being harassed by a villain named Pitchfork,
Yep.
and that part made me laugh out loud while we were eating it.
I wondered what that was.
That was that moment.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that one of the new heroes is a comic book artist or deviant artist
Yes.
working on her Wacom tablet.
Yes.
Very in the now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really dig it. It's that level. It's that style of Marvel book that I'm really enjoying lately.
Yeah. I would like to see another issue, but I didn't. I would. It would not immediately cause me to go out and subscribe to the series.
Oh, too bad.
All right.
Too bad.
All right.
Anyway, let's talk about endings.
Did we talk about Jessica Jones?
We're getting there.
Okay, so it's like a sandwich.
E, F, G, H, I, J. It's in alphabetical order.
All right.
They always have been.
Yeah, whatever, loser. Let's talk about Howard the Duck number whatever.
11.
Yeah, this is the end.
Chip Zdarsky's run on Howard the Duck is over, but it ends with a promise that he's been elevated to C status
And we'll see him
instead
again
of
soon.
D-lister.
Yeah. I will say that I felt like towards the end of this, Chip got so self-referential and meta that it really kind of hindered my enjoyment of the book. But the moments with Howard in it really kind of turned it around. Because I thought those were the best moments of the book. Also, Marty McFly, Ryan North running around.
Yeah.
Always
great?
He's great. He's my favorite part of the meta moments. Because when the rest of the meta moments are happening, I can't deal with it.
Well, I think a lot of it is because the Ryan North parts are where they start making fun of all their writers.
Yes.
So
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's and I like how silly how they wrote themselves out of the corner with the most bullshitty Deus Ex Machina thing ever, and even they're like, no, you can't do that. No, that's too contrived. All right, we're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. This has been an interesting thing they kind of did with Howard, where they took the possibly unbalanced Chip Zdarsky, kind of let him run wild with it for a little bit, and then kind of ended it with his vision of how it should have ended.
Right.
Yeah, I really don't have a whole lot to say about it because it's fascinating to kind of go back and see the whole picture. But man, the moments with Howard at the end where they get some actual character kind of gravitas and sadness out of him is beautiful.
Yeah, like that was always part of this book's specialty.
Yes.
Was towing that line between actual moments of emotional resonance and the slapsticky goofiness that Zdarsky is known for.
Yep, it's a hard line to walk. And I wonder who will get Howard next.
Yeah. Speaking of synergy, hey, Jeffrey! I don't know who you are. I'm assuming he's talking to Scott, but he's not here.
Scott is a fat gay.
Yeah, it's the only explanation.
Yeah. And Toodles. Okay. No, that's gone. So let's talk about Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones, hot off the presses of her Netflix show, Brian Michael Bendis is back in the driver's seat.
Yes. So, did you read Alias?
I never did.
I never did either. I keep meaning to, and it's always on the list, and I just never get around to it. So, going into this one, I can't vouch for how similar it is to the previous Alias run.
Same.
But I thought it was still good. It starts off with a mystery, which I really like. You know, shit's bad for Jessica in a way that it's kind of bad for Spider-Man, where like nothing goes right.
Right.
So,
especially since, and this is one of those things where we're like, what did happen to the baby? Like that's the central mystery.
I'm just saying, this never happened while Squirrel Girl was the babysitter.
That's true.
So, whose fault is it, Jessica Jones?
Yeah, Jacob. Let us know what you think about Luke Cage.
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed it, and I'm curious to read another issue of it. This was my favorite of the two number ones that came out, and yeah,
my second favorite.
All right, it's only two.
Yeah,
calm down. But yeah, no, I think there's some really interesting stuff going on, and yeah,
I agree.
I really like the art by Michael Gaydos and Matt Hollingsworth. I really dug that. I thought it was very nice.
Agreed.
You could finish Agreed. It's okay.
What?
You could finish Agreed. It's okay.
I'm a gird.
That's our thing.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Now, but here's the thing. So there's 2 non-Marvel books, and this next issue did so well, like such a big deal,
Yeah.
that it sold out on day 1 and has already gone back to reprint.
Yeah.
And that is the new book by Mark Millar and Greg Capullo of Batman fame. It's Reborn #1, and as best as I can tell, this is a story where it answers the afterlife.
Kind of.
When we die in this world, we are reborn in some fantasy world and thrust in some great war.
Yeah, very Valhalla-y.
Very Valhalla, very birthrighty.
Yeah. So here's what I liked. I liked the whole stuff with the grandmother at the nursing home, wondering when death is coming to claim her. The fantasy stuff I could take or leave.
Well, I think that's mostly because the fantasy stuff was not the forefront.
It
of
was
this.
not.
It was not fleshed out, and I think that's going to be issue 2.
Yeah.
But like opening up with the sniper,
No, that was
and
great.
immediately cutting to where they ended up.
Yeah. Mark Millar, it has to be said that he's a very he's a very good writer, and he kind of gives in to his worst tendencies sometimes, and that turns a lot of people off.
But he hasn't been doing that lately.
Well, I think
Both Huck and Chrononauts kind of skirted
I mean,
that.
Chrononauts, I think, was closer to it than Huck did, but I think sometimes he gets a little ahead of himself, and he has his antagonist rape someone in Kick-Ass 2.
But see, that was the last time something like that happened.
Yeah. So I mean, it's interesting, and we'll see where he's going to go. But I like this kind of tamer Mark Millar.
Right.
Because he's very good at writing.
It just makes me wonder how long this is planning on going. Because I feel like, unlike other Mark Millar stories, this one has the potential to be a longer running one, especially with Capullo at the helm.
Yeah.
But his last couple outings have been 4 to 6 issues max.
Yeah.
So
It's very curious because I don't know that he has the desire to put out a long series, and I don't know that Capullo could maintain the schedule to put out a long series. So
I mean, Capullo did with Batman, with like no delays.
he had a couple. Yeah.
No, the animals didn't count.
No, I know. He had a couple.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Or a couple where he didn't draw them.
Well, yeah, the specials.
No, he had regular issues that weren't drawn.
Right, no, the specials, like after each major arc, there was that one shot, refresher.
Yeah. I'm no. What are you talking about?
He's not Jim Lee.
No, I'm not saying he's Jim Lee. I'm just saying, he didn't keep up a full schedule on Batman.
I'm going to disagree.
Fine. I don't care. Do it.
Good.
Fine.
Fine. He only didn't draw 2 of the 52 issues.
No, he did more than that.
I'll bet you money's.
I'm not betting money, but I'm sure I know he did.
That means I'll win.
No, it doesn't.
If you're too afraid to put money on the line, then you're not confident in your position, Chris.
I will look it up.
So, finally,
Yeah.
we have Unfollow, which is not a story we talk about every time it comes out, because not a lot always happens.
No.
But this issue, we dropped from 129 remaining survivors, and in the issue with 86.
Yeah.
This is an issue where things went down.
Yeah.
Akira, that crazy son of a bitch. And then it kills you to realize that he knew all along. He was the only one in the know from the get-go.
Yes.
Found it?
Yeah, he missed 9 issues.
9. Are they counting animals?
No.
All I know is he did all the arcs.
I'm just saying, he missed issues.
Okay, Chris. Maybe you should have put money on it.
No, maybe I shouldn't have.
Anyway, keep going. What did you think of Unfollow?
I mean, fucking Akira, man. He was supposed to be he's a fucking weirdo, and he was supposed to be the one who was going to kind of save everyone, and then he turned into a murderer. So I guess that's where we are with Unfollow.
The Saviors?
Yeah. Also,
But he wasn't even the murderer. He just knew what was coming. and didn't care.
Did he know, or
Yeah.
did he influence?
No, he knew where they were going, and then used it to set up his own immortality of sorts.
Fucking Akira, man. It's the worst.
I mean, it's a pretty good movie, Chris. Pretty influential and iconic.
It's not good. I don't really care for it. Stop.
Anyway, so that's it for the comics of the week. So now we get to sit down and really dig down deep, Chris.
All right. So
I've got the list.
So let's give this on like a 5-star scale.
No, we're gonna rank them.
Oh man, we should have done this before. There's so many books.
All right, we'll do the 5-star scale then.
All right.
We can rank them next time. How about that?
Okay.
I said we told everyone we'd rank them.
Well, that's your fault. How are we gonna rank them all like this?
What do you mean?
It's been going on so long. It took us forever to do it.
That's fine. All right, we'll just rate them then.
All right.
All right, so you heard it here first. Chris made us liars.
Matt lied.
No.
Yes.
Matt had a plan. Chris vetoed that plan midway.
Matt's plan would be great if he fucking told Chris ahead of time.
Yeah, keep you on toes.
No, that's dumb.
I honestly don't understand how that matters. We can rank it live.
It's gonna take too long.
Batman.
This new Batman series, it's not been as good as Detective Comics, but I think it's still got some potential. I'd give it like 3 stars.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
the first star, I mean, it hasn't wowed us yet.
No, and
Consider this is from Tom King.
yeah, and Gotham Girl is kind of a fun addition, but
But already built in a non-lasting one.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I think that's where I think 3 stars is about
and
fine.
Monster Men did it no favors.
Unfortunately.
Do the Jensen Ackles scales.
Oh, how many Jensen Ackles? 3 Jensen Ackles out of 5. Jesus. Wish we could edit that in.
I miss the Jensen. Well, you know what? They said we're going to be doing a new video with them soon. So the return of the Jensen scale, the Jensen height meter.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Adam Jensen.
Well, Jensen Ackles, Adam Jensen. Who could keep him straight?
I'm going to rate this one.
Alright.
Because books that you don't read doesn't really make
It doesn't
sense.
matter.
I'm going to give Green Lanterns a 4.
Okay.
No Green Lantern book has ever reached Jeff Johns' level.
No.
But Green Lanterns has been the closest to those early days before everything was a cataclysmic nightmare scenario. Just getting to feel the feel of Jessica Cruz and Simon Baz, and just to be able to make you eat crow, saying that Simon Baz was never coming back.
I'm
Now he's a co-star of his own book.
I'm thrilled beyond words.
Are you?
I mean, kind of.
Would the only thing that make you happier vibe do some breakdancing?
I love Revive Breakdance.
I like that's your go-to thing. That's all you want.
That's all I want.
All right, what about Superman, which I greatly enjoy better than Action?
Superman, this is the first arc with Doomsday, is that correct?
No, that's Action.
That's Action?
Superman was the one with the Eradicator, and then the one-shot with him and his son at the county
Yes,
fair.
okay.
And now the Losers.
Okay, I'm with you. I think prior to the most recent stuff, this book was like a 2. I really could not get into it.
Right, because I didn't care about the Eradicator.
The Eradicator sucks. But, if they're going into kind of different territory with Clark and John, so I'm more inclined to rate it favorably in the future.
Right.
But in the first arc, I give it a 2. I really do.
Yeah,
I really
but the
could not
last
care.
2 issues.
have been very strong.
So let's bump it to a 3.
Okay, that's fair.
Now, Action with the Doomsday arc, I didn't really care too much about.
No,
I like the idea of Lex trying hard to become a hero now that he has God powers. But the whole really confusing, it's a Clark Kent, but not Clark Kent.
I don't really care for that. And I really don't care. I didn't really care for the Doomsday fight.
Yeah.
Because we've seen it. We've had a Doomsday arc in the last couple of years.
It makes me sad because this is the one I wanted to like because it's the follow-up to Superman, Lois, and Clark.
Yeah. It's a bummer. This one I think is a safe 2.
I wouldn't put it there. But we'll say 2.
You put it on 1?
1.5.
That's fair.
What about Green Arrow?
Green Arrow's a solid 3 in that The story has been very good. It's synergized well with the show.
Bringing us Diggle.
It doesn't have the dynamic art of the Sorrentino run.
Which hurts it, but it also does something I like, which the new creator did not disregard what came before him.
No, that's true.
And Emiko and Shado are still parts of it. And also, it finally made Clock King like a viable threat.
Mm-hmm. And I really like his stuff with Dinah.
Yeah.
I think that stuff's been really well done.
That's why I'm going to lobby to raise this, not quite to a 4, but a 3.5.
3.5's good. I'm good with 3.5.
Aquaman. We dropped it after the first arc, so can't be that great.
I mean, it's...
But I like the first arc. It's just that I read the next part of the second arc, and I'm like, no.
And the biggest problem with Aquaman is that it's good, it's not that good.
And that's the problem.
And when you have weeks like this, where we have a literal inch-high stack of books, 3-inch high stack of books,
good doesn't cut it.
There's no place for it.
And Chris and I, one of the fifth segments we're doing next week we're calling it the chopping block.
Yeah.
We're going to formally announce all the books we're dropping.
Yes.
Because cuts have got to be made.
Because changes are coming.
Changes are coming. What are they, though? I don't know.
We'll explain later.
Hashtag Comcast. So yeah, I give Aquaman a 2.
I'm gonna keep it a 2.5 because I don't think it was bad. It's not as good as every other book we have.
All right, what about the Flash?
Flash has been pretty strong with this Godspeed arc.
I was gonna say, and I think the arc ended today.
Yes.
And I think it was very smart of them not to remove the character of Godspeed like they have with a lot of these new Flash villains.
Yes.
Because I think he makes he's almost like Zoom in that sense where he wants to make him better as a friend.
Right.
But his methods are completely amoral.
Yeah. So I'm really enjoying this arc in a way that I haven't enjoyed since Francis Manapul left. I'm giving this about a 4.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And also formally finally bringing Wally West in as Kid Flash.
Mm-hmm. That's good synergy too, because we saw Wally in costume last week on Flash.
They're getting really good at it.
It's about time.
Now here's a depressing one.
Yes.
Justice League.
Oh man.
How the mighty have fallen. Jeff Johns stepped down from Justice League, and here's the thing. The first part of the second arc, this Fear arc, I thought was much better. Yeah. Not great, but compared to that first arc, which with I don't even know what's going on, these celestial giants and weird aliens, and none of this makes fucking sense.
And they're stealing
I
everyone's
was
powers.
so bored.
I was
reading that first arc.
Horrifically.
It was painful to read. The second arc shows a lot of promise, and it's the Justice League. It's still somehow one of their top-selling books.
I mean,
Because it's Justice League.
Yeah.
So I'm not ready to cut it yet.
No.
But let's just say I was so happy when the first arc ended.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, cool.
I was so happy that we're not dealing with those dumb giants.
But here's the thing: until the second arc comes out, I can only rate it based on what we've read.
Like a 1.5.
It gets a 1, Chris. Not even a half.
Yeah.
Like it was painful to read.
It was really bad. It's depressing how bad it was.
Yeah. Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman's been really, really strong. And both arcs have really kind of clicked.
And that's the thing, like, with 2 separate arcs each week, it had the potential to stumble.
Well, it would have been really easy to be like, well, the Greg Rucka and Nicola Scott arc's way better than the other one. And it is the better arc, but it's not so much better than the modern day arc. So I've been really enjoying it. I like that they're taking in all the past Wonder Woman stuff. And I think Greg Rucka's got a really great handle on it. I'm giving her a 4.5. Maybe higher.
I'm going to give it 4.5 because the Nicholas Scott arc is still stronger.
It is stronger.
And they're not both firing on all cylinders.
No.
But Greg Rucka he knows how to handle kick-ass women characters in general.
Yeah, in general.
Because also this is the best Cheetah I've seen written in ages.
Yes. Well, I went back and I read, they released the first volume of his previous Wonder Woman arc. It's amazing. And reading that and reading this, he's done a lot of great women. He gets Wonder Woman. I don't understand how he does, but he gets it. It's the best Wonder Woman I've ever read.
Alright, now what about Titans? With your boy Abracadabra.
See, I love Abracadabra. I hate the art.
Which is... I don't find Norm Rapman's and Brett Booth's art offensive.
No, I don't either.
But the more you complain about it, the more I notice the weird faces.
The faces drive me nuts.
I don't think it's as bad as Ramos.
No.
In terms of exaggeration. but the art is the weakest point of this, but the story is awesome.
So let's split the difference and say 3.
Yeah.
Jacob, no, the song is stuck to the playroom.
Yeah, unfortunately, that, so quick divergence to answer Jacob's question, where she asks, is there different songs that can play during the stream? In order to do this live stream full video thing, you'll notice that most of the time on Twitch, you just get that little square.
They
But
can't see the
especially,
square.
like, oh, yeah, they can. No? That's what they see when we stream.
No, they see that. Oh, you mean when we stream games?
Yes.
You okay?
Normally there's that square that people see when we stream, but especially when we have larger groups,
Yes.
we need that wide angle. And the Playroom app on PlayStation 4 allows us to kind of cheat the system and do that. The downside is it's got that frustrating background noise that we have no control over. We literally just mute it so we can talk over it, but you don't have that option. I've tried looking into the options to see if you can turn down background from the game, but there is no like BGM volume command control, so
Yeah.
we apologize. It's not ideal, but it is the only way that lets us do it in this format.
Change is coming.
Change is coming. So Trinity.
You want to get the door?
Yeah, talk Trinity.
Trinity, we haven't had a ton of Trinity come out.
We have a surprise guest. What's going on here? Oh,
Ah!
we got
Pizza!
We're doing a live show.
Oh, wow.
You came in at the right time.
I tried. I figured since I came from work,
It's Michael.
I could bring you actual...
You can come in the
Hey.
frame, it's fine. It's our friend
Hey!
Mike. High five. If you ever want to know anything about anime, this is your guy.
This is what I try to do. Unless Chris doesn't eat pizza anymore, right?
I don't.
You
But
don't?
No, I don't want it.
When did that happen?
I'm trying to cut back.
I'll take it. Thank you so much.
Which actually it makes you feel better. It's only like 200, I think it's 280 a slice, 250 a slice calorie-wise.
Yeah, Chris.
I do it by slice
No,
now.
that's actually really cool. I'm
Yeah,
happy to hear
it's
that.
so late.
I'm not here to stress that.
Yeah, well.
Is there someone else here?
Hey!
Hi,
Oh,
Barbie.
Well,
Hi.
Thank you.
Was that for me?
Hey, go grab a slice. Okay. I like your dress.
I already had pizza.
Your dress is cool. Wait, what does it say? Thanks, Obama. Oh no, this is the last time I can say that.
womp womp.
I'm so sad.
So yeah, sorry, we're in the middle of the stream. We're rating the comics. So talk Trinity while
Trinity, there hasn't
I'll
been
get your
a,
stuff. Monkey talks.
there hasn't been a whole lot of issues. I guess I'm here with myself now, so it's kind of hard to judge it. I have enjoyed what has come out. All right, but there's not enough to judge. I would love to give it an NA because there's not enough to go on. But if I have to rate something, I guess I'll give it like a 3.
I'd give it a 3 as well.
Which is like a fair kind of point.
Keep going.
No, I'm done.
Are you?
Yes, I don't have anything else to say about the book that came out once.
Okay.
Hold on. What else? What is next? Superwoman. Again, this hasn't had a ton of issues come out, so I'm not really sure.
Our friend Mike is buying all of my Tales of Collector's Editions.
Tales is an awesome series
Ugh.
in my mind.
Okay.
Tales of Zestiria, Tales of Zillia, and Tales of Zillia 2. These things are so big. I forgot how they're awesome stuff though. I think we're really gonna like it.
So,
Don't hate Chris.
I don't hate. So, Superwoman. All right, Matt's gone. What's up, everyone? How y'all doing tonight? It's just me now. Does anyone watch Westworld? Because Westworld's pretty damn good.
Love you, Chris.
Love you. No, Westworld's pretty good, you guys. Has anyone else seen it besides me? Which is weird because I don't really watch television, but I'm caught up on it. It's really good. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I don't watch television in real time, but this is the show that I make the effort to watch. It's very dark, and I kind of love how dark it is and how upsetting it is. Yeah. Hey, if anyone has a question to ask it now. I will answer anything on air while I'm waiting for Matt to do whatever he's going to do. Don't be shy. Step right up. The first episode of Supergirl was last night, and I watched Monday night, and I watched it. And I think the premiere is very strong, and I like Tyler Hoechlin's Superman a lot. But I think it's just you, Caitlin. I think Callie fell asleep. Hey, she's awake. Yes, it is. It is, and that's what I'm the most excited about for Westworld. Is how it's going to end poorly. Supergirl's very good. If you missed it on the CBS, oh thank God, I was talking about Westworld while you were gone.
Oh my God, sorry. That was an unexpected surprise. I thought it was coming over tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so what...
We were talking about Superwoman. I didn't talk about Superwoman while you were gone.
Well, I did not like Superwoman very much.
Neither did I. But admittedly, not a ton of issues have come out.
True, but we stopped reading after issue 1.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like by default, if it's a book we never picked up again,
Yes.
it can't be more than a 1.
Yeah.
So, next up is Red Hood and the Outlaws, a book that just this week we agreed to drop. Not because it's bad, but because it's just good, and as we described, great. Good is no longer great.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be great.
And I feel like with Red Hood and the Outlaws, like when it goes on Comixology sale, it's going to be a really fun trade to read.
Right, like I feel like it's because it's been such a cool concept.
Yes.
And it had a very strong Rebirth issue, but then it's just like, eh.
But yeah, it's good. It's not that good.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So I'm giving it a 3.
Same. Now, this is another one that I'll review, because you stopped reading it, is Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
Because it had a new issue out today, and it makes me happy. This book feels more like old school Green Lantern, because it's the core. You know, your Kilowog, your Selak, your Guy, your John, and now Hal in charge. But it's merging the Green Lantern Corps with the finished Sinestro book.
Uh-huh.
It's finishing the story that Sinestro never technically finished, and it's that what's what I'm looking for, the book that bridges the gap of the return to the Green Lantern Corps.
Mm-hmm.
It's the transition book. Where this arc that's going on right now is our transition period between Sinestro running the universe and the Green Lanterns coming back into power.
All right.
So I give it a 4.
Okay.
Here we go. Nightwing. Fucking love this book.
Nightwing's been very good since he's come
Nightwing's
back.
been great. That Raptor character might be one of my favorite new creations of this.
Of the Rebirth era.
Yeah.
It's been good, and I was kind of concerned how Nightwing was going to slide back into superheroics after the amazing Grayson book ended. But you know, it's kind of carried on that tradition, and I've really enjoyed it. It's not my favorite book, but it's one of the stronger books I've read, so I'm going to give it a 3.5.
I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay.
What about Batgirl proper?
Batgirl proper is very, very good. I really like taking her out of her comfort zone of Gotham.
Putting her in Asia.
Yeah, it's a lot of characters benefit from taking them out of their home city and kind of letting them run wild. So her in Asia has been a lot of fun. The only thing that kind of bugged me is her MMA fight where she got knocked out in one punch.
Right.
But otherwise, A+ book. This is like a 4.5. I've loved it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
The Batman line, I think, has been the strongest outside of the actual Batman book.
Yes.
Because the next book we're going to talk about is Detective.
Detective is a 5-star book.
Yes, hands down.
It is.
Monsterman stuff notwithstanding, the concept of Batwoman running this training camp for Bat allies.
Yes, it's great. The team is diverse and fun. Clayface, Spoiler, Orphan, Tim Drake, and the whole first arc with a Batwoman's father trying to raise an army of Batmen to fight for the U.S. government. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
All of it. And, even Monster Man, which is a little divisive on the show, even the Monster Man stuff was really good.
Yes.
So
I'll give you that.
So 5 stars.
Yes.
This is the
hands
best
down.
book of the Rebirth.
Definitely.
Yes.
New Superman.
This is the Chinese Superman. I think I want to like it more than I actually like it.
See, we were talking about this. This is the book it's not on the chopping block yet, but it's like it's on the waiting list.
Yeah.
Unlike books like Birds of Prey and Red Hood, we have granted this book a reprieve of finishing its first arc to see where it goes. If it has that arc-ending twist that just makes us go like, we've got to see where this is going, fine. But if not, I'll be comfortable.
Yeah, and I wanna not like it more, but there's like little bits of it that kind of pique my interest, and I'm not able to let it go.
Look, real talk, this issue, I kind of love Paper Folding Man.
He's great.
So Folding Paper Man?
Folding paper.
The origami killer,
Yeah.
basically.
So he's a fat guy.
In a little coat. No, but you know what I'm looking forward to most?
Huh. The inevitable meeting of Superman and New Superman?
No.
That's what I want.
Well, that's gonna be awesome, but no.
Oh.
The inevitable meeting of them in the Great Ten. Bringing the Great Ten back into the DC proper. Come on, Chris, tell me
I want it, but listen, if the Great Ten show up on the final page of the final issue of the first arc, I'm gonna be so annoyed.
Yeah, but that's the thing I'm talking
That's
about.
what I want.
That's that level of, oh shit, I gotta see where this goes next.
I know. We'll
All
see.
right. Batgirl, Birds of Prey. We're dropping it.
We're dropping it. I like the team.
I like the team, but the stories just never grabbed me.
No.
Like, every issue has been one of those ones where my eyes kind of glaze over, and I'm just like, just kind of reading it to get it over with.
Yeah, it's okay.
I give it a 2.5.
That's
at
fair.
best.
Yeah, it's fair.
Hellblazer. I know you're not a big fan of Moritat's art, but it really grew on me throughout the run of All-Star Western.
Yeah.
And I just really dig this new, darker Constantine who's back in England, and this first arc where he's teaming up with Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck on this one, in which I give the story like a 3 because I still enjoyed the last Hellblazer.
But you dislike the art.
I dislike the art, so it's like a 2.5 for me.
Well, I'd give it a 3.5 so we can split the difference, call it a solid 3.
Yeah, whatever.
Now, even though this only has one issue, and it's only a mini, Midnight or Apollo.
5 stars.
5 stars.
5 stars
Hands
based
down.
off one issue.
Yeah, like real talk. If you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, basically.
He can kill you with his brain computer.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's fine.
I think it's great. It's a 5-star book in my opinion. What's next?
Next up, Cyborg. 0.
0.
You know why?
NA.
Because it's the only book we cared so little about we didn't even read the Rebirth issue of.
NA.
Sorry.
Sorry, Cyborg.
Suicide Squad.
I didn't read any of these.
We read Suicide Squad. We read the Rebirths.
Oh, I don't know.
I gave it a 1 though, because the rule was if we never picked up another issue.
Yeah. I guess so.
Same with Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Even though I actually really enjoyed the Rebirth of Deathstroke, not enough to like continue on.
Again, I feel like at a Comixology sale, it's going to be a lot of fun to read.
So I'm actually going to give that a 1.5.
Yeah, whatever.
Supergirl.
Supergirl's great. Supergirl's like a 4. Especially, this issue we talked about today that kind of synergized with the show. It's very charming. It's very accessible, and I kind of really appreciate that of it.
And Steve Orlando.
Yes.
Just don't never bet against that man.
Yeah.
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle.
Which part of the Counter-Strike Go graffiti?
I don't
The
know.
fact that they brought it back? I'm asking Jacob. That way he can answer back. And
No, I know.
Okay.
I'm talking about the thing we were talking
a
about.
Blue Beetle. A 1. We dropped it after Rebirth. Teen Titans. Only one. It's only had its Rebirth issue, but it was a really good Rebirth issue.
I'm giving it a 4
Yeah,
because I really like that Rebirth issue a lot.
that whole setup.
Yeah.
And finally, the last one, Batman Beyond.
We've only had one issue and
Just
the
the
Rebirth.
Rebirth.
I'm gonna give it like a 3.
Yeah, same.
And I honestly, I think I'd be okay kind of leaving Batman Beyond behind
See,
I have to
now-
really chew that over.
No. That's a new Superman scenario with me.
Yeah.
It's coasting by for the first arc for me
Just by
on
Batman
the-
Beyond.
by virtue of Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
But it is not safe. Okay, so that wraps that up. So why don't we end the show?
So next week we'll bring our Comixology lists and we'll make some cuts.
Yep.
Live on air.
Yes, I did see that. The Counter-Strike Go Graffiti is back, but with a few caveats.
Uh-huh.
And they've now turned into a microtransaction thing. Counter-Strike Go is like Team Fortress 2. It just prints money for Valve.
Yeah.
It's crazy games.
I remember trying to play it.
We were terrible at
We
it,
were awful.
but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So let's wrap it up and talk about what we played, because this was a massive week. This week's show saw the release of Dragon Quest Builders, Gears of War 4, Mafia 3, WWE 2K17, a ton of downloadable games, and the entire first run of launch PlayStation VR games.
Mm-hmm.
To buy everything that came out this week, including a PlayStation VR, would set you back over $2,000.
Yep.
Crazy games.
That's a lot of dollars.
So what did you play this week, Chris?
The only thing I played I played two things this week. I played an hour of Grand Theft Auto 5 Story while I was waiting for my copy of Mafia 3 to show up, because I had picked it up for the Xbox on a sale, and I kind of wanted to replay through it again. And it's a very interesting comparison to Mafia 3, which has always been kind of the Grand Theft Auto band of brothers, like a Medal of Honor to Grand Theft Auto's Call of Duty. Like, it's more serious.
Yeah.
It's got a stronger story, and I think that's one of the real strengths of Mafia 3 is its story, because its story is excellent.
But then it's the game wrapped around the story.
The game kind of is a little janky.
A little.
Well, I've only had one instance of the game crashing,
Okay.
where it just crashed when I was trying to look at the map, which is not ideal. But I've seen things like I've seen a beer bottle floating in the middle of the air and other kind of weird things going on. But I can't help myself. The story is so good that I really want to keep going in it. Of the knocks I give it, I don't really love the gunplay. The gunplay is kind of not ideal. The city's huge, and the city's great. The city's huge.
City's huge.
Huge and lovingly recreated as a native of New Orleans. It feels like home.
When you're on Canal Street.
Yes.
You're on Canal Street.
It feels like home. But there's not a lot to do. A lot of the map is filled with collectibles and getting things to unlock wiretap points, which are like the
Nice.
which are like the watchtowers in Assassin's Creed. So it's big, but there's not a whole ton to do, and that's kind of a bummer. But really, the main thing that's going to carry this game for the rest of the year, and for my interest, is the story, because the story is spectacular. Maybe one of the best stories.
That's
we've
what I'm
gotten
hearing.
from it.
Like, it almost, I'm kind of putting it off, really
Yes.
delving into it,
Yes.
until a patch hits.
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea.
Because I've heard lots of stories of game-breaking glitches where a mission glitches out and bugs and you can't progress, but all of your auto-saves
Yes.
of that mission...
There is a problem in that you cannot manually save. It's only auto-saving.
Right.
That is a big problem.
That's dangerous when you have that many glitches.
Yes.
So I think I'm going to hold off on really delving into it.
Yes.
Because for me... Wait, did you play anything else this week?
No, those are the only two.
Okay. Because for me, I played a lot of Dokkan Battle this week because there was the new GT storyline unveiled.
I'm going through it right now.
I do love the fact there's just 20 free stones basically
Yeah.
for beating all the story. But I also, the Nola Nerds, full disclosure, were gifted this game.
Hashtag ad.
So I played it, but I just kind of applied for it because I was like, it kind of looks fun. I didn't know anything about it. And now this game is so fun and addictive. It's called Rive, R-I-V-E.
Yes, this game is available to view on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Your Let's Play of it.
I love it. It's got a great humor, and that I think really elevates it. It plays like a twin-stick shooter, but it's a 2D platformer, and at the same time, it's like a Twitch action game It's very difficult, but here's the thing: with games like this where you're meant to die and replay a lot, one of the things that can make or break it is load times.
Yes.
And there is none. If you die, you press a button, you're back in the game.
Yes.
Like nothing happened. The checkpoints are liberal. I love the humor. Like one of the screens where you die, it yells out snake, snake, and if you don't press a button for too long, it goes, will you please press a button already? And the story is humorous. Like there's this AI robot for the spaceship that comes out, and you can keep blowing it up, and it'll just come back and be like, come on, stop that. And you keep blowing up, then it'll come down with the force field and go like, now can I talk? It's good times. I've been really enjoying that. And then I have started Gears of War 4, but I kind of don't want to because Gears has always been a co-op game. And if I don't have anyone to play co-op with, I kind of don't want to play Gears. But that's literally all I've done is ever played the co-op campaign, and I kind of wish I had someone to play with.
Sorry, Mafia 3 came out. Also, Gears of War should have ended at 2.
Yeah, but I've heard such good things about this game.
Well, maybe you should load it up on easy mode.
But that's not the issue. I don't like. I want to play with somebody.
Well, then find someone to play with.
Anyway, so that's what I played.
Start a NOLA Nerd community on the Xbox.
I'm actually going to.
Good, do it.
But anyway, that about wraps up for this week.
I do want to talk about 2 more things before we finish.
Oh, okay.
We should talk briefly about the TV, because we did talk about the Flash premiere.
We'll talk about that next week.
Nah.
Just because we're running down.
Well, I want to talk about Westworld.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing I want to tell you. And the thing that's most important to everyone, because you know I'm not good at watching TV.
You are not.
I'm caught up on every episode.
There's only been 2.
I know.
So it's on that level where you actually make sure to catch it.
Yes.
Ooh.
And I'm anticipating 3.
All right. Well, if that's not a fucking ringing endorsement, I literally don't know what it is.
It's going to end so bad, and I can't wait. It's like the reason why I watch Evangelion, because it's positive, positive, positive.
It's
oh no!
So it's the no mercy of TV shows.
Yes.
Well, I've heard that they're grooming Westworld to be their Game of Thrones replacement.
Good.
Okay.
I want more.
What's your second thing?
That was it. I want to talk about Supergirl.
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, okay.
We'll talk about it next week.
I just want to say it's good.
Okay.
They're all good.
Flash is super good. Arrow was really good.
I haven't seen Arrow yet.
No joke when it's not hyperbole when people say that based on one episode, strong season 2 vibe.
Okay.
Strong.
It's on my DVR. I just haven't watched it yet.
All right. Well, I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
We'll see you next time. We're the NOLA Nerds.
Pew.
The rest of the team will be here.
Maybe. Pew pew.
Send us emails. NOLAnerdcast@gmail.com.
Pew pew. All right.